Hey guys, my name is Trisha, aka Motleygrrl, spelled Motleygrrl. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're looking at me and you think something's off, something is off. If you've seen my other videos, I probably look a little different right now. That's because I don't have any upper eyeliner on or eyelashes. So today I decided that I would give you guys a quick false eyelash tutorial on how to put them on. And really, it is quick and easy. So what you're gonna need for this is your favorite brand of eyelashes. I really enjoy Lily Lashes. Those are my #1. #2 favorite would be the Iconic Lashes by House of Lashes. So these are new, these are still in the box. I haven't touched them because most of the time you do have to cut your eyelashes to fit your eye. So in order to do this, you will need scissors. And then to place them, you will need glue, which for the most part, I use Duo glue, the stuff that dries black, because I always wear thick black eyeliner, and so it just kind of blends in. And you'll need something to place the eyelashes on. Now, you can use your fingers, but since I have these really long claw-like nails, which by the way, I have to get filled in like super soon, it's really difficult for me to put the lashes on without poking myself in the eye. So the first tool that I was using was this tool. These are super cheap. You can get them for like $1. So these are really inexpensive, but they do the job. And then I had seen another type that looks like this. This is by Tarte, and it actually does an even better job of helping me place the eyelashes on my face. And then other than that, you'll just need a mirror, obviously, to see what you're doing. So let's go ahead and get started. So these are the Lily Lashes that I'm going to be using. When you pull them out of the container, you want to do it rather gently. You don't want to rip any of the lashes, because Lily Lashes are a little bit on the pricier side. Drugstore lashes are fine. I've used those too. It's just that these literally last about 25 applications, and at the end of the video I will show you how to clean your lashes so you can wear them over and over and over and over again. So these are the lashes. These are the Lily Lashes. They all come in a box just like this. It is magnetic, so you can store the lashes in the box, which is what I do. Now they are kind of difficult to pull off because they're stuck on. So you can use your fingers if you don't have claws like me, or you can use one of those tools to kind of grab onto it and pull it off gently. So what I started to do with this one is just loosen this tip here, or the edge. And once that's loosened, I know you guys can't really see because my fingers are in the way, you just want to gently pull it off and it'll come off. And it's gonna look something like that. Now that, whoops, dropped it. Oh, there it is. Now that is gonna be way too long for my eye, so I'm gonna have to measure it. And I'll show you guys how I do that. Okay, so the lash that I pulled off was the left lash. When you hold the box like this, you can tell which one is for your right lashes and which one is your left lashes. So this is gonna be my left lash. What I'm gonna do is take this lash, and I'm gonna take one of my tools and hold it by the tool, okay? And then I'm gonna hold it up to my eye. So as you can see, this is really a lot longer than where my natural eyelashes end. Now, I don't like my eyelashes to go all the way into this corner because it's really annoying to me. So I usually start right about here for the fake eyelash, and maybe that's why I cut off a lot. But you always want to cut off the end, the outer corner. You don't ever want to cut off this inside piece, because a lot of lashes start smaller and then get bigger. They wing out. And if you were to cut the small pieces, that ruins the look of the lash, and it's gonna make it uncomfortable because the lashes are gonna be pretty long in this area. And that area, let me tell you, it's super annoying when you have long lashes and you're trying to go about your day. Once again, I'm gonna take this lash and I'm gonna line it up with my eye, and you can see it's going over a little bit. And then what I do is I kind of look at it and I kind of see like the segments, and it looks like, okay, there's one, oh, you can't really see. There's like 1 segment, 2 segment, 3 segment. And that's probably gonna be good for me to cut off right about there. So I'm gonna do that and I will be right back. Okay, now unless you're a super pro, you always kind of wanna cut a little bit less than you think you should, because if you end up cutting off more, you're gonna ruin the lash and it's not gonna look too great. So I cut off a few little segments of the eyelashes, and it looks like I probably, let me check in my actual mirror. All right, so I'm just gonna check it in my regular mirror. And yeah, it's still a tad bit too long, because I can tell that this end here is gonna bug me. And there is like this little tiny piece, I don't know if you guys can see it, that's sticking off the edge, which I'm gonna cut that too. Okay, so I cut a tiny bit more, and now I am going to measure that, and that to me is perfect. I don't know if you guys can see how that is touching, but that to me lines up perfectly. It's right where I want it in the inner corner, and it goes out to the outer corner. So then your next step is to add the glue. And I'm telling you guys, the less glue, the better. You want to use the least amount of glue that you can possibly get out of your little tube. So then the next thing we're gonna do is put the lashes on, and we're gonna put that on with glue. And you want to use the least amount of glue possible. I'm talking very little glue. You do want to make sure that you line this entire band, but you want to use just a little bit of glue. You don't want to squeeze it on there and make a very thick line. Another mistake that people make is once they have the glue on, they think that they can just go ahead and set the lashes on, but you need that glue to dry down a little bit before you put it on. You want the glue to be very tacky before you go ahead and place the lashes. This duo glue that I have, it's pretty empty, but I like it that way because it doesn't spit out a lot of glue and it doesn't make a mess. Now another type of glue that I do have is by House of Lashes. This is the House of Lashes glue, and it's a little bit different from the duo glue. And twist this off, and there's an actual like little brush, and it's kind of cool because it's like a shiny green, and you just paint this very sparingly along the line of the eyelash. Now this stuff I like it a lot, but I don't feel like it lasts as long as the duo, and I don't feel like it holds as tightly. I feel like if somebody were to come up to me and just tug on my lashes a little bit, they would come off. But if I'm not doing anything crazy, like going to Disney World or spending, you know, 5 hours out at a party, I will wear this glue if I'm just like running to the store or running over to a friend's house or something like that. Because if I have makeup on, I have false lashes on. All right, so can you guys see the lash? What I'm gonna do is put like the smallest amount of glue ever. And this is almost empty, but you see how I'm just like barely even putting glue on? That's it. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see it. You can barely see it because it's the gray. So I'm gonna let this just sit for a few minutes while it dries. And while it's doing that, I might kind of curve it a little bit. So when I put it on my eye, it's already kind of shaped like my eye. You guys can't see what I'm doing. But like I said, I'm gonna sit here for about 30 seconds and let this glue get tacky so it'll stick right away. Okay, so I think the glue is tacky enough now where we can place it on our eye and it's gonna stay there. So all you wanna do is just go ahead and pop it right where you think it should be. Now let me double check in my mirror since I can't really see very well from the iPhone. But yeah, that popped on really well. You just want to kind of push it back. Make sure that it is on your eyelid right next to your natural eyelashes. Now when they're brand new like this, it does take a little bit of time to make sure that you're shaping them on your eye, because they're not going to be bent correctly to shape your eye. But after you wear them once or twice, they'll probably stay that shape, and then you won't have to worry about that part. So as you can see, I did not put the lashes really close to the corner of my eye. And then the other thing I like to do is look off to the side and make sure that the lashes are actually on my eye. We don't want lashes like sticking out into nowhere. But since I don't have any eyeliner on, I can actually see the band really well, and I can make sure that it's sticking to my eyelid. Now normally I would put my eyeliner on first and then I would put the lashes on. But for the sake of this little demonstration, I decided to not put any eyeliner on so you can see it a little bit better. Now you can already tell a huge difference between the left side of my face and the right side of my face just from applying the false lash. I don't even have eyeliner on, and it already looks better, and you can see how short and quick and easy that is once you know what you're doing. So the main tips are, I would use a little applicator if you're just starting out. Use as little glue as possible and let that glue almost dry before you decide to stick it on your eye. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the other one on off camera. So before I actually put this on, I wanted to pop back in and show you what I meant by shaping the eyelash before you actually put the glue on. You should do that before the glue, because otherwise this eyelash was straight across and nobody's eyelid is flat. So this is how I like to shape them before I put the glue on. So I didn't do that the first time. I was trying to do it with the glue on, and that was a little bit messy. So let me go ahead and finish putting this one on. Okay, so I decided not to do it off camera since this is a tutorial. Let's see how easily I can go ahead and get this next one on. Just place it right there. And I believe it is on. Let me double check with my other mirror. Just gotta push it down a little bit, make sure that it's touching your eyelid in all the spots. And this one's good. Check my little side profile thingy there. Make sure it's down. It is. So that's not hard at all, is it? I think the reason people think that putting on false eyelashes is a total nightmare is probably because of the glue. I think people put on way too much glue, and when they put them on their eyes, it's too wet. So if it's too wet and there's too much glue, it's gonna slip and slide all over the place, and you're gonna get really frustrated and wanna give up. So the key is to let let the glue dry almost all the way, and just use a little bit of glue. Obviously you want to cover the whole band, but you don't want it to be like a big thick globby mess of glue. These eyelashes are on, and this one is pretty much dry by now. This one I can feel is still drying, but it's easy, guys. I mean, now when I take them off, I will use tweezers to pull off some of the extra glue, which I will be showing you at the end of the video. And then when it comes time to put them on again, all I need to do is just slap on some glue and place them on. So in reality, it's a heck of a lot faster than putting on mascara. Because sometimes when I would put on mascara, I would put the primer on first, and then you have to wait for that to dry, and then you put your mascara on. And sometimes, depending on what brand you use, you have to wait for that to dry to put another coat on. And then you want them long, you want them this, you want them that. Sometimes you end up using like 3 different mascaras for one application. But when it comes to false lashes, you just pick the lashes you like and go ahead and place them on. So these are Lily lashes, like I had said. They do have a sale every once in a while, and they're half off, but they're kind of like the rejects, I want to say, lashes. Like these lashes didn't make it into the collection, or maybe there was a flaw with them. I can see that there's a little bit of a piece missing right here, but you know, that kind of makes it look more natural. It kind of matches this side as well. If this is good for you, then great. To me, I need it to be a little bit more dramatic, so I might throw some mascara on top of these lashes, and I will probably take my eyeliner and just put in a little bit of a wing. But you can totally tell the difference just from putting false eyelashes on. Now I look awake, I look alive. If I were to run into somebody, they're not gonna say, "Are you okay? Are you sick?" Because that's what happens when I don't have makeup on or false lashes on. Yeah, I think that about covers it. So let me clean up my eye makeup a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to clean the lashes. Okay, so I did go back in and I put a little bit of a wing on, and I actually did put a little bit of mascara on these eyelashes because they're not as dramatic as I usually like them to be. And I used Urban Decay's Perversion mascara. So there you have it. False lashes. Didn't take very long. It takes practice, but if you follow my rules, I swear it's gonna be a lot easier for you. There we go. Now I look alive, and I like it. Let's move on and see how to clean these guys once we've worn them a few times. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I have a pair of lashes that have been worn over and over and over again. This one is clean, this one is super dirty. You can see that there's still glitter on it, and you can see all the glue that is at the band. So what you'll need for this step are some Q-tips and some rubbing alcohol. That's it. What I usually like to do with the rubbing alcohol is pour it in the cap, and then I'll just place it by the lashes. Oh, and another thing you're gonna need are tweezers. So usually when I get home and I take off my lashes, I like to just pull off some of the excess glue with a tweezer. Now every once in a while I want to make sure that they are clean and fresh. See, this is the outcome. This is what it looks like when it's clean. Whoops, there it goes. So I wore this lash all of March and it's still in pretty good shape. So what we're gonna do here is take our Q-tip, get it wet, and we're gonna just kind of rub this edge here that has the glue on it. We're gonna kind of put a lot on there so it has a minute to soak in. Okay, now to get all this other junk off, you're gonna do basically the same thing. You're just gonna hold the eyelash down and gently take your Q-tip and run it over the lashes in the direction that they're going. And you can see that's getting off any type of mascara that may be on there. And we're also pretty much disinfecting these lashes because we're using alcohol. And it's also taking off some of the glitter that got stuck on my lashes. Like they always do. The glitter likes to stick around. I like to use glitter, so it's always going to be on my lashes. So you can see, probably, hopefully, some glitter here, and then the darkness is some of the mascara coming off. And I'll do the other side as well. Okay, so the lashes look pretty good. Move this over, get a clean, little bit more of a clean area. Let's do a clean Q-tip. And again, I'm just gonna go over this lash line which is where the glue builds up. The duo glue tends to leave a lot more residue than the House of Lashes glue. But then again, for me, it stays longer. Like, I just put these lashes on now. It's 2 p.m. Pretty sure they'd last me well until the next day. I've slept with these on before. I don't really recommend it, but it is doable. So now that we've gotten this nice and wet with the alcohol, this glue should come off a lot easier. I hope you guys can see this. You want to hold it tight by the band and just pull off that glue. You want to make sure that you don't pull on the eyelashes, because then you'll rip the eyelashes out and you probably won't be able to use them. I actually think these lashes may have broken, and when I put them on, I glued this end piece back on with it. Yeah, that's what I did. To make it a little bit longer, so that's that. That's why this is ripped off. That's why sometimes when you cut off the ends of the lashes because they're too long, you might want to save them, because you can always add them over the end lashes to make them look a little bit thicker there at the end. But this is going pretty well. Looks like we've got most of it off. But yeah, so that looks way better than when we started. I can still see some chunks, but I'll get that at a later time. So those were some lashes that were pretty nasty to start off with, and now they basically look to me like brand new. And as long as you take care of your lashes like this and you don't pull them real hard, and you make sure that you get all the glue off and you clean off the mascara or whatever you guys end up putting on here, like glitter, you can use them time and time again. Again, these right here, I believe, are the iconic lashes from House of Lashes, which, just like the Lily lashes, you can get so many uses out of them. I'm not sure what the packaging says. I think it says 15 to 20. It might say 20 to 25. And I think that's a good estimate. You could get away probably with 30, 35 if you're super careful and if you take care of them. Now these lashes, the iconic lashes, are $12, which I think is an excellent price for a lash of this quality. The Lily lashes that I have on today, that I showed you in the demonstration, those run between $19.99 and $29.99. The thicker ones are the more expensive ones, and I tend to go more for the cheaper ones, not because they're cheap, but just because I can't stand really thick, heavy lashes on my eyes all day long. Okay guys, so that was my false lash tutorial. I hope you learned something new. As you can see, my lashes are still on. They didn't fall off. And I do want to apologize. I know some of that was out of frame, but I'm still just using my iPhone, and I've really got to start using a camera or something, because when I was doing that, I couldn't see what was being recorded, so I need a monitor or something. But I think you guys got the gist of it. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. I will be more than happy to answer questions about how to put on false lashes. If you have any suggestions for tutorials in the future, go ahead and drop a comment down below. I'll be happy to do anything you guys want within reason. Within reason, believe me, within reason. So I think that about covers it. Again, we can just review real quick what you need for false eyelashes. You obviously need the false eyelashes. You'll need scissors to cut them to fit your lash line. You will need glue to apply them. And the optional part is the tool that helps you place them on your eye. You can see with the tool, it's super, super easy. So that might be something you want to invest in. I think this one was about $14. I do prefer this one. just, I don't know, it seems a little bit easier. This one wasn't bad either, but I felt like the lashes would stick to this one a little bit easier than they did this one. So I would place these down and think I had them in a good spot, and then try to let go, and they were stuck to this. I don't know why. But also with these, because there's just one long arm, you can go in and you can push them down to where you need them to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll be back soon with another tutorial. Thanks a lot for watching.